There's a strange phenomenon in world cricket. Some players earn greatness with sweat, scars, and scorecards that scream domination. Others earn greatness long before they deliver anything truly great, through aesthetics, hype, and a relentless machinery of social media storytelling. Shubman Gill, according to many cricket critics, sits uncomfortably at the center of this phenomenon. To his fans, he's the next Kohli. To his detractors, he's the most overrated batsman of this generation. A prince crowned long before proving he deserves to be king. Yes, he's elegant. Yes, he's technically gifted. And yes, that effortless cover drive has enough beauty to power every cricket highlight reel for the next decade. But the question remains, does Shubman Gill's performance justify the level of hype he receives? Or is he cricket's most beautifully marketed disappointment? Let's peel apart the layers, slowly and brutally. The myth of the next Kohli. The moment Gill made his debut, commentators, fans, and journalists rushed to proclaim him the next Virat Kohli. The comparison was instant, the hype was immediate, and the expectations became enormous. But here's the uncomfortable truth. At the same age, Kohli was already hunting world-class bowlers like a seasoned assassin. He wasn't just scoring runs, he was deciding matches, defining tournaments, and rewriting India's batting culture. Gill, on the other hand, is still struggling with consistency, temperament, and match awareness. His performances have been flashes, moments of brilliance, not eras of dominance. Yet the label stuck. Kohli 2.0. And with that label came a mountain he has yet to climb. Elegance isn't impact. Let's get something straight. Shubman Gill looks sensational while batting. His movements are smooth, his timing crisp, his footwork dreamy, and his stroke play almost poetic. But here's the problem. Cricket does not reward beauty. It rewards results. You don't win a test match because a batsman looked elegant for 20 deliveries. You win because someone held their nerve, battled the tough overs, and converted starts into statements. Gill often plays the most beautiful 35 you'll ever see, and then walks back to the pavilion without giving his team anything meaningful. This is the classic dilemma with players who are aesthetically exceptional. They get praised twice as much and criticized half as much. The world falls in love with the idea of them, not the reality. Starts without stories, the conversion crisis. If there is one criticism that Gill wears more often than his helmet, it's this. He rarely converts good starts into great innings. He gets the eye in, he looks comfortable, he survives the movement. He plays the drive, the pull, the glide. And then, out of nowhere, he gifts the opposition his wicket. A casual edge, a loose drive, a soft flick to mid-wicket. A brain fade shot that leaves experts shaking their heads. It's almost tragic how predictable the script has become. Shubman Gill looks amazing until he stops. His talent is not the problem. His timing isn't the problem. His technique isn't the problem. His temperament is. Fans see Kohli's swagger in him, but they rarely see Kohli's ruthless discipline, the kind of discipline that turns 40s into 140. Gill doesn't have that gear yet, and until he does, he'll continue being an unfinished masterpiece. The pressure vacuum, failing when it matters. One of the biggest marks of a great batsman is their ability to deliver under pressure. Not in dead rubbers, not in easy chases, but when the team is shaking, the pitch is screaming, and the bowlers smell blood. Compare Gill's performances in genuinely tough situations with those in comfortable ones, and a pattern emerges. He shines when the stage is calm, but disappears when the stage is chaotic. This is where critics strike hardest. Because legends are not born in good conditions, they're forged in crisis. Gill has yet to play that innings. The innings where India is 25 thirds and he rises like a warrior. The innings where the pitch is uneven, the bowlers are breathing fire, and he becomes the anchor. Until he delivers that, people will keep asking, where's the substance behind the style? Overhyped from every direction. Part of the reason Gill is called overrated is not even his fault, it's the ecosystem around him. Commentators adore him, brands chase him. The IPL builds narrative arcs around him. Social media treats him like he's the second coming of Sachin. A simple 40-run knock from Gill trends more than a hard-fought 100 from someone else. He is fed praise not for what he achieves, but for what he symbolizes. A young, stylish, photogenic, marketable face of Indian cricket. But hype is a dangerous thing, because once your reputation rises above your results, the public starts questioning the gap. And Gill's gap is enormous. The South Africa test. Now let's talk about one of the most discussed moments in Gill's recent test career. His last test match against South Africa, where he was retired, hurt. It was a gritty situation. The pitch was hostile, the bounce unpredictable, and the Proteas Pacers were bowling like they had point to prove. The conditions were screaming test cricket at its toughest, the kind of environment where great batsmen carve their identity. Gill walked in with an opportunity, a chance to silence critics, a chance to prove he can survive the brutal conditions, a chance to show maturity and resilience. Instead, his innings ended prematurely as he was retired hurt, leaving fans frustrated and critics sharpening their knives. For many observers, this moment symbolized Gill's modern test career. A fight that started well, looked promising, and then faded out before it could mean anything. No, he wasn't at fault for the injury, but in the broader narrative of hype versus output, moments like these add to the perception that Gill has not yet become the warrior India needs in test whites. A Kohli, a Pujara in their prime, or a Dravid would have turned such conditions into masterpieces. Gill once again became the unfinished story, the IPL mirage. Gill's best performances often show up in the IPL, but even there, critics argue that many of his big runs come on batting-friendly pitches with short boundaries, flat tracks, and less venomous bowling. Sure, he has scored big in the IPL, but IPL runs do not automatically translate to international greatness. Cricket fans know the truth. 100 in Ahmedabad is not equal to a gritty 60 in Cape Town, a fighting 70 in Brisbane, or a survival 80 in Johannesburg. Gill has shown he can dominate T20 leagues, but the question remains, can he dominate Test cricket? Can he dominate world-class bowling attacks in tough conditions? Can he dominate when the ball isn't behaving nicely? So far, the answer is shaky. The image versus the impact. The biggest reason critics think Gill is overrated is simple. He has the image of a superstar without the resume of one. He looks like a cricket poster. He walks like a prince. He carries himself like someone destined for greatness. But destiny requires delivery, and delivery requires consistency, and consistency requires temperament. Gill has the first two. He is still developing the last one. The world calls him the future of Indian cricket. But the numbers tell a different story, one of potential, not performance. The youth argument, valid but not enough. Gill's defenders always say, he's still young. He needs time. He's learning. He'll peak soon. And these arguments do have merit. He is young, he does have time, he can improve. But youth is not a shield forever. Cricket is brutal. Fans don't wait. Opportunities don't wait. Replacement players don't wait. For every Shubman Gill trying to find his form, there are dozens of hungry young batsmen waiting to take his spot. Potential is a timer, and Gill's timer is ticking. Can he still become great? Absolutely. Here's the twist in this entire discussion. Calling Gill overrated does not mean calling him untalented. It does not mean calling him a failure. It does not mean he will never succeed. It simply means this. The hype is far ahead of the output. The praise is louder than the performances. The expectations exceed the achievements. But Gill can still rewrite the script. He has the toolkit. He has the technique. He has the timing. He has the potential. He has the talent that only a few players in a generation possess. All he needs now is the hunger, the discipline, the refusal to throw away starts, the ability to grind through tough conditions, the temperament to stay when the entire team collapses. If he gets that, he can silence every critic. But until then, Shubman Gill remains one of the most overrated batsmen in modern cricket. Beautiful, talented, promising, but not yet the superstar the world believes he is. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more such amazing videos. See you next time.